IRGC general drops bombshell war figures, revealing Iran's claimed battlefield losses in a stunning new account. More than 200 aircraft losses. Yet Iran's nuclear program survived? Tehran claims its strategic assets endured the assault. Iran claims massive damage to US-Israeli military assets, as its commanders reveal the alleged cost of the conflict. 100 Iranian attack waves in 40 days? Tehran claims the US and Israel paid a heavy price during the relentless campaign. Tehran's deadliest warning to Trump: the Strait of Hormuz stays shut unless Washington accepts Iran's conditions for reopening. More than 200 aircraft, 100 attack waves, and Hormuz still closed? Iran's war claims raise a bigger question. IRGC claims the war only made Tehran stronger, as Iran says its resistance emerged more powerful from the conflict. IRGC Deputy Chief Mostafa Izadi claimed Iran shot down more than 200 enemy aircraft during the conflict, according to his account. The Iranian general alleged that the total included both drones and manned aircraft, suggesting extensive losses for the opposing forces. Mostafa Izadi claimed Donald Trump faced growing public scrutiny from Americans over the scale of aircraft losses during the war. The IRGC commander alleged that 80% of young Americans opposed Trump's war against Iran, intensifying pressure on the US president. Izadi also claimed the losses triggered political pressure and internal turmoil inside Israel, adding to the conflict's wider consequences. The IRGC commander said the US and Israel entered the war seeking regime change in Iran, but failed to achieve that objective. Izadi claimed the US-Israeli plan ultimately failed, while Iran's nuclear program remained beyond their reach despite the military campaign. The IRGC also credited Iran's air defense network with blunting the US-Israeli air campaign and limiting its effectiveness. Iranian forces allegedly launched 100 waves of counterattacks over 40 days of fighting, according to the IRGC commander. The IRGC claimed those attacks inflicted significant damage on US and Israeli military assets throughout the prolonged conflict. The Iranian general also said national unity inside Iran grew stronger during the conflict, rather than weakening under sustained military pressure. Meanwhile, Iran's top negotiator made clear that the Strait of Hormuz would remain closed unless Washington agrees to Tehran's conditions for reopening it.
On behalf of the elected representatives of the people, I declare that we will not allow the blood of the martyred leader, the innocent children of Minab, and the other martyrs of the second and third sacred offenses to be shed in vain. Under the guidance of the supreme leader of the revolution, and in accountability to the people of Iran, we commit to employing all our capabilities to secure the rights of the Iranian nation, end the aggression, punish the aggressor, and uphold the pride of our country. We will not allow the enemy to undermine our national unity, the people's presence, the resilience of the nation, or the resolve of our officials. A united, powerful, and vigilant Iran, relying on Almighty God, the guidance of the supreme leader, the will of the nation, and the full coordination and synergy among our military, diplomatic, and service sectors, will emerge triumphant from this historic test. Divine victory will inevitably be granted to the striving people. Today, based on the duty to realize the conditions and measures set by the supreme leader of the revolution, by employing the power of logic and utilizing the logic of power, and through the coordination of the diplomatic and military fields, we strive to force a delusional America to pay the rights of the Iranian people. Let me be clear, until America's obligations in the Memorandum of Understanding, including lifting the blockade, releasing blocked assets, lifting oil sanctions, ending threats and military operations on all fronts, and other conditions that America has agreed to in the memorandum, are implemented, the strait will not be opened.
A vessel was struck by an unknown projectile while sailing outbound through the Strait of Hormuz on August 18, according to UK Maritime Trade Operations. The projectile reportedly damaged the ship's engine room and injured a crew member. Authorities have not released details on the person's condition. The remaining crew are being assisted by the Omani Coast Guard as officials investigate the incident. United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations Agency said, and I quote, "UKMTO has received a report of an incident in the Strait of Hormuz. The company security officer has reported that the vessel was struck by an unknown projectile while conducting an outbound transit of the Strait of Hormuz. The impact caused damage to the engine room and resulted in a crew casualty. The remaining crew are currently being assisted by the Omani Coast Guard. At present, no environmental impact has been reported. Authorities are investigating." Vessels are advised to transit with caution and report any suspicious activity to UKMTO. Unquote. Trump has intensified pressure on Oman after Muscat moved ahead with a Hormuz route arrangement with Iran. His threat to bomb a longtime U.S. partner comes as the 60-day U.S.-Iran memorandum has expired without a broader agreement.
A big part of your presidency?
This morning you said you would bomb the S out of Oman if they got in the way of reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Would you say you're out of patience with Oman, a strategic
No, I don't think they behave very well, but we'd handle them very easily, just like we do others.
The expiration of the memorandum of understanding, are you any closer today to reaching a final deal to end Iran's nuclear program?
Well, they want to make a deal, but they're not going to make the kind of a deal that I feel is necessary. Look, we're in there for one reason. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. You understand that? Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, and they won't have a nuclear weapon. And right now, them building one after what we did previously with the B-2 bombers, going to be a long time behalf. But Iran cannot have. It's very simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon.
Is there enough food on the USS Lincoln?
Yeah, it is. That was a CNN fake report. The Lincoln has been out there for a period of time, good period of time. But over the years, we've had them out there much longer. I was at a group meeting, and an admiral came up to see me over the weekend. And it was at a big group, and he happened to be an admiral retired. He said, I've been on ships that are out there much longer than that, sir. And I know people on the Lincoln, they say it's beautifully maintained and beautifully taken care of. And other people went out and they found out to be true. It was fake news reporting from CNN.
The British Prime Minister recently reportedly sent text to someone impersonating Susie Wiles. Are you concerned about his judgment or the state of communications between the two countries?
No, but who happened? What happened? They sent text?
Apparently the Prime Minister sent text to somebody impersonating Susie Wiles.
No, I'm sure that he had a miscommunication.
Last week you said that you assumed declared the Strait of Hormuz to be a territory of the United States. Could you elaborate?
Well, I just think it's a great idea. Yeah, I mean, we control it. We control it with the blockade. We have a blockade. We control it with the blockade. And I like the idea of declaring it a territory.
When might you do that?
We have total control over the strait. Now, they can be a nuisance. They can put a mine in the water, and people don't like having mines hit their billion-dollar ships, et cetera. But the blockade has been very effective. And, we're taking out, and now maybe that will stop, or maybe it'll open up even further, but we're taking out millions of barrels of oil a week. If you look at the kind of numbers that we're doing, the strait is open, and the oil prices are coming down, and they will continue to come down unless we decide to do something far more drastic than we're doing. Iran is in big trouble. They have 300% inflation. The country's a mess, and the military is totally defeated. Thank you very much.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HD app. Download now.